Look, I don't think Donald Trump's scary. I think what's scary are the policies that Dove and these 50 Republicans who've been part of the establishment have brought to America. They're the same policies as Barack Obama. They're the policies that allowed for 14 people to be killed in San Bernardino because of a visa waiver program that allowed the shooter's co-conspirator wife to come into the United States to actually immigrate when she had jihadist leanings that were on Facebook, and political correctness created by Dove and those 50 people that signed this letter allowed to get away. You know, the shooter in Orlando, it was terrible in Orlando. There were 50 people killed. There were 53 people injured, was on a watch list. He was on a terrorist watch list. But because of the policies of the Obama administration and these 50 Republicans, he wasn't be able to be surveilled properly. The Tsarnaev brothers in Boston, for example, that was a terrible tragedy. 3 dead, 264 people maimed and hurt. Russian intelligence advised the United States that the Tsarnaev brothers were terrorists and that they might engage in these types of activities. And what happened? Nothing. They were allowed to go out and kill and maim. These policies of these 50 Republicans and the Obama administration is what we should be scared about, not Donald Trump, because Donald Trump wants to address it. He comes off on policy very strong in terms of the polls in national security, and I think that we've got to change things. And that's not to mention the killings in Nice, the killings in Charlie Hebdo, and the problems that we've had in France that have all happened because of the failures of Dove and his associates in not getting this national security stuff right.
James, let me just jump in here. Dove, what's your response to that?
Very simple. Every single item that James just mentioned took place under the Obama administration. And maybe he doesn't read some of the columns that I write and that my colleagues write. We have been bitterly critical of Mr. Obama. We're no fans of his. We're no fans of Hillary's. But the paucity of examples that were just given with respect to the Bush administration, where we didn't have any of this, shows you how the Trump team simply does not even understand what's Obama and what's Republican. And I would further add that the type of criticism Mr. Trump himself made, talking about Syria, talking about ISIS, he didn't even talk about Ukraine because he never talks about Russia, once again shows you his total lack of knowledge. And if you have to rely on polls to give your bona fides regarding national security, that's really telling.